Namaskar, this is CVR English and it's time to roll the prime time bulletin with me, Anukriti Sharma. Big news coming in on Vinesh Fogart. The suspense continues as it appears there are 4 lawyers who are fighting the pro bono for Vinesh at the sports court in Paris. In fact, those lawyers include names like Joelle Estelle Ivanova, Habini Estelle Kim and Charles Aimson. All of them are fighting for Vinesh pro bono, asking her to be given a silver medal. In fact, Vinesh herself had filed a formal complaint with the committee there, the CAS or the Court of Arbitration for Sports, and we are hearing that the CAS has also said to hear the matter. They've taken this complaint into consideration and a decision will be given out soon enough, and you have 4 lawyers who've been fighting pro bono in favor of Vinesh Fogart: Joelle Estelle Ivanova, Habini Estelle Kim and Charles Aimson. These are the 4 lawyers who will be fighting for Vinesh, pushing for a silver medal for her this year. Remember, she literally stormed into the finals. It was the best game that we've seen of Vinesh Fogart so far. She managed to trump the Cuban participant. It was a beautiful, triumphant finish. She managed to win that match and get to the finals. And so the semi-final match, the fact that she won, she ideally should be given a silver medal, and that's the ask. I think it's a fair ask. Of course, we do understand that there are laid out rules at the Paris Olympics, at the Paris Games this year. One being that once you are disqualified, you are completely out of the games. You don't get a medal. But this is a last-minute push considering that Vinesh Fogart's performance and form was so top-notch this time, and it was her weight that eventually set her back. 100 grams, a mere 100 grams, could that at least mean a silver medal for Vinesh Fogart? We are really hoping for some good news soon. Things should be turning around. We are expecting that to happen. At least some hope now coming up with the CAS, which is taking up the matter, considering a silver medal for her. Bringing you live updates on Vinesh Fogart's case all the way from Paris. It's going to be a busy day, I know, because everyone's awaited the hockey game so far, the bronze medal match, the bronze medal win for India. Of course, Neeraj Chopra's final in the javelin, we are awaiting that as well. But right now at CVR English, we are tracking the biggest story of them all, which is the Vinesh Fogart case. She has appealed to the CAS, stating that she be given the silver medal that she so deserves. We've already given you a bit of a background here. Initially, she had asked to be given permission again to compete in the finals, for which they had to immediately give a verdict within 24 hours, which they did, saying no, we cannot stop the final has to go ahead as planned. So that was the first pain, the first thorn. Then she had argued that if that is the case, then she be given at least the silver medal because she fought through day 1. She reached the finals, making her way through the correct weight category. So she said, and I'm quoting her here, "You can disqualify me from the finals, but I need to be given the silver medal because I did make it to the finals through the weight category." So that's what she's been arguing. We have some more details as to who the lawyers are going to be representing her, and there are 4 lawyers who are going to be representing her: Joelle Estelle Ivanova, Habini Estelle Kim and Charles Aimson. They are representing her at the CAS hearing. They are from the Paris Bar Association. They have been assigned specifically for the Olympic Games. So just to let you know, the Paris Bar here has kept a few lawyers aside for the assistance only for the athletes, if they don't have their own lawyers to assist them. In any case that arises, they can take the help of these lawyers that are being assigned to them by the Paris Bar. They will in turn fight the pro bono, that is, without a fee, for any of the athletes that might need any help. So just to also give you a bit of a background here, this is an appeal fight by Vinesh herself. Of course, the Indian Olympics Association or the IOA has supported her in this decision, but this appeal has not been filed by the IOA. This appeal has been filed by Vinesh on her own. But she of course needs the green light from her association, which she has been given at the moment. Now, when is that hearing going to happen? Whether it will happen in the 24-hour period or not, those details are still sketchy. Because what we understand is that the 24-hour period is obviously there when it's a matter of urgency. So in the case of her competing again in the finals, now that was a matter of urgency. So they had to make a decision within 24 hours, which they did. For which they did make a decision. No, we cannot allow you to contest in the finals. But now she's saying that I've been given the joint silver. I be given the joint silver because I did make it all the way to the finals. This is not a matter of urgency. So that is something that can be given to her later as well, as we've seen with a lot of other cases in the past as well. If, and that's a big if they do give the verdict in her favor. For that, the CAS will have to put up a panel in front of whom those lawyers are going to be arguing her case. When is that going to be happening? I cannot tell you with great certainty. Earlier we were told that it could be around 2 p.m. Paris time, which is about 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. But obviously that time has now passed and the time of the hearing hasn't been confirmed yet. So that's not something we can confirm. But as soon as the verdict does come out, we shall be the first ones to share that with you. There have been cases in the past where cases have been heard after the entire completion of sports events, and if the ruling does come in their favor, they have been given the medal. And the latest report, the very latest report that we have just received at CVR News Desk is that having appealed to the CAS against her disqualification and asking for a joint silver, the Paris court will most likely deliver its verdict tomorrow. Now, some context here. Dr. Dinshaw Pardiwala, the Chief Medical Officer of the Indian contingent, explained the circumstances surrounding Vinesh Phogat's disqualification from the Paris Olympics this year. Phogat's weight was 2.7 kilograms above the allowed limit after the semi-finals. And the team they tried their best to reduce her weight through various methods, including dehydration techniques, exercises, and even cutting her hair short. Despite their best efforts, they ran out of time and Phogat was unfortunately disqualified. Following her disqualification, the medical team prioritized rehydrating her with intravenous fluids, and she has since then recovered and is physically and mentally doing well, with precautionary blood tests also being conducted from time to time. Here's a detailed report.
And she's otherwise perfectly normal, physically and medically. We've got her blood tests done just as a precautionary measure. We always do that. That's a routine. And those blood tests are also okay. And Vinesh, of course, has interacted with IOA President Dr. Mrs. P.T. Usha. And, she's told her that, look, physically and medically I'm okay. But of course, undoubtedly, she's disappointed. This is her third Olympics. She was really keen to try and do something for the country. But because of this 100 grams has been disqualified. In a weight category that's less than their natural weight. This gives them an advantage since they are fighting with less stronger opponents. Now, this process of weight cut involves a calculated restriction of food and water, and we also involve a lot of excessive sweating, which is done with exercise, with sauna, with steam, and thereby we achieve that weight cut prior to the morning weigh-in. Now, this weight cut causes weakness and causes some amount of energy depletion, and this is really counterproductive to participation. And hence, for participation, we do need to then restore energy with some amounts of water and some amounts of energy foods. So you can see this is a fine balance. If you can reduce your weight, you're going to be fighting with less stronger opponents. So most wrestlers prefer that. But at the same time, you have to have a strategy which, you are going to be able to get back your energy with enough water depletion, with enough water restoration and food. Now, this is typically calculated by the team with that wrestler. So Vinesh's nutritionist and team had calculated this to be about 1.5 kgs. And this is a team that's been working with her since many, many years. And, she's extremely comfortable with that team. And this has actually worked with her in the past. So she took in that 1.5 kgs, which is necessary for her to be able to fight those 3 bouts. And I think it's important to remember that usually once you have this weight loss, it's by dehydration. So as soon as you take water, there's going to be a rebound increase in your weight. And during the bouts, because she had 3 really difficult bouts, she did need to have some amount of water, because you do want to rehydrate, because otherwise it's going to be medically a problem to participate. So you do require some amount of nutrition and some amount of water. Now her post-participation weight at the end of the semi-finals in the evening was found to be 2.7 kilograms more than the allowed weight. And the team and the coach started off their usual process, which is of course limitation of water, no food, and you started with the whole process of sweating it out. And typically, you require some amount of time for that, but unfortunately we didn't have too much time. We had just 12 hours. So the whole night, the entire team, went ahead with this whole process of trying to reduce her weight, putting her in a steam and sauna, making her exercise. And
Vinesh Fogart has been creating headlines all over, and the Indian wrestler has recently announced her retirement. Obviously, everyone is shocked. That's a no-brainer. I don't think I have to say it on television, but I will. Everyone is shocked. The entire nation is in a state of shock. In fact, crazy things are indeed happening across the board in the world right now. The current state of international affairs is rather dramatic, something that we obviously don't appreciate. The Communist Party of India leader Amra Ram, the CPIM leader Amra Ram, he had some thoughts to share on this matter, and I'm quoting him here that if Vinesh had won, it would have been a huge slap on the face of the government, because she was also simultaneously involved in protests against the government along with the wrestlers. Amra Ram said that this matter needs to be further investigated. Here's a report.
क्या करे, मतलब सरकार जिस तरह से सरकार का जो रवैया है, जिस तरह से कल संसद में खेल मंत्री ने बयान दिया, इससे साफ जाहिर होता है कि ये सरकार की साजिश, क्योंकि जिस तरह से फोगाट को यहाँ संसद के सामने घसीटा गया था, ये सबसे खतरनाक चीज थी। और अभी वो गोल्ड मेडल लेके आती तो निश्चित रूप से इनके मुंह पे चपाता था, इसलिए इन्होंने ये साजिश से जांच होनी चाहिए। निश्चित रूप से उसके साथ बहुत बड़ा विश्वासघात हुआ। क्या करे, मतलब सरकार जिस तरह से
During the proceedings of Rajya Sabha, all the opposition leaders, including Derek O'Brien, started to create a ruckus. They created a lot of noise in the House regarding the case of Vinesh Fogart, after which the Rajya Sabha Speaker Jagdeep Dhankar got angry. He got so angry that in the end, he was furious and he decided to leave his chair. Take a look at this report.
Mr. Derek O'Brien, you are shouting at the chair. Your conduct is ugliest in the House. मेरे को ये चुनौती नहीं दी जा रही है, ये चुनौती सभापति के पद को दी जा रही है। ये चुनौती, प्लीज, ये चुनौती इसलिए दी जा रही है कि जो व्यक्ति इस पद पर बैठा है वो इसके लायक नहीं है, ऐसा ये सोचते हैं। जो आज मैंने देखा है, जिस तरीके का व्यवहार सदस्य ने किया है, शारीरिक रूप से किया है, जिस तरीके का व्यवहार इधर से भी हुआ है, मैं कुछ समय के लिए यहां बैठने में अपने आप को सक्षम नहीं पा रहा हूं। लीडर ऑफ द पोजिशन, प्लीज टेक योर सीट। यस सर, व्हाट डू यू विश टू से सर?
Sir, I want to say, yesterday only we raised this issue.
Sir.
And it is a very important issue,
Sir.
not only concerned to a particular
Sir, what is the
individual.
point you are making?
No, this Fogart
You want to discuss it?
discuss
Exactly, goes to-
and who is behind this and how only 100
Sir, nothing
grams.
else is going on record. Nothing else is going on record. I will not allow the House to be used as such a platform. Please, sorry. Avail the rules, sorry. Shri, nothing going on record. Shri Kartikeya Sharma demand to establish defense maintenance report.
धन्यवाद,
overhaul
सभापति महोदय।
in Ambala.
Sir, this is request for establishing defense maintenance repair and overall MRO hub in Ambala. आज मैं आपके सामने अंबाला और आसपास के लोगों की लंबे समय
Mr.
से
Derek
pending
O'Brien,
मांग को
you
लेकर
are
हाजिर हुआ हूं।
shouting at the chair. Your conduct is ugliest in the house. You are shouting at the chair. I condemn your action. Next time I will show you the door. How dare you shout at the chair? And senior leaders are not taking note of it. This is unbecoming conduct. I will not countenance it. Honorable members, we have seen the ugliest of scene. We saw a dark phase of our democracy during emergency. We know how it starts. It starts first with a challenge to the parliament institution. And that challenge was there in June 1975. A serious challenge here. I am sure we have distinguished member here. Can anyone countenance this kind of conduct? They think they are law unto themselves. They think they are all wise. They think they are the only one whose heart is bleeding. The entire nation is in pain because of our girl. Entire nation is feeling the pain. Right from the president to the prime minister to myself and many more, everyone is sharing the situation. But to monetize it, to politicize it, is the greatest disrespect to that girl. That girl has a long way to go. I was so happy that the state of Haryana immediately announced.
The most heartbreaking news so far has come out from the Paris Olympics for India. Indian wrestler Vinesh Fogart, who was a contender to win the gold medal, was eliminated before the final match due to being slightly overweight, as all of us know. Now, in this particular episode, Vinesh Fogart's father-in-law Rajpal Rathi also had something to say. He said that his daughter-in-law had given her 100%. Furthermore, he appealed to Prime Minister Modi ji and said that he should put full pressure on the Olympic Association, the International Olympic Association, and get his daughter her due rights.
जो मुकद्दर का खेल है और जो बेटी ने अपना 100% दिया है और उसके बारे में जो वजन 100 ग्राम वजन फालतू दिखाया गया है उसके बारे में क्या कह सकते हैं हम। ये वजन तो जब एंट्री करी उससे पहले तोला वजन और पूरा था और एंट्री 10 कदम के बाद हमें 100 ग्राम वजन बढ़ा है तो उसके बारे में क्या कह सकते हैं। हो सकता है कोई साजिश भी हो।
तो क्या विनेश से बात हुई उसके बाद आपकी?
कोई बात नहीं हुई।
तो अब आप क्या डिमांड है?
हमारी डिमांड ये है माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आप इस बात पर पूरा संज्ञान लीजिए और ओलंपिक संघ पर पूरा दबाव बनाइए। जो अधिकार हमारा हक है, इस देश की बेटी है, वो हमारी कोई अकेले की बेटी नहीं है, पूरे देश की बेटी है और उसने 3 फाइट जीती है 6 तारीख को। उस टाइम उसका वजन पूरा था और सिल्वर मेडल तक वो पहुंची है और सिल्वर मेडल उसका अधिकार है। वो प्रधानमंत्री जी से रिक्वेस्ट है बार बार आप इस बात पर पूरा संज्ञान लीजिए और उसका जो अधिकार है सिल्वर मेडल का वो दिलाने की कृपा करें।
तो वैसे तो ओलंपिक संघ ने वो तो डाली है कि इस मामले में जांच होनी चाहिए और इसको रिव्यू किया जाना चाहिए।
ये ताजा उदाहरण किनिया का है। इसी ओलंपिक में 500 मीटर में एक लड़की को डिस्क्वालीफाई किया था। किनिया सरकार ने ओलंपिक पर दबाव बना के उसका अधिकार लड़की का दिवाया है और उसको सिल्वर मेडल मिला है। तो हम भी बार बार ये रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं मीडिया के माध्यम से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आप अपनी तरफ से ओलंपिक संघ पर पूरा दबाव बनाइए और जो उसका लड़की का अधिकार है वो उसका अधिकार दिलाना की कृपा करें। वो देश की बेटी है, उसने देश को 100% दिया है और उसका जो संघर्ष है वो काफी लंबा संघर्ष है। उसने अपनी तरफ से कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी है और ये पूरी दुनिया ने देखा है कि वो मैच पे कैसे लड़ी है और उसने कैसे जीत हासिल की है। ये फिर आपके माध्यम से बार बार फिर रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आप इस बात पर संज्ञान लीजिए और इस
Heavy rains in many districts of Karnataka have completely affected normal life these days. The rivers here are in spate. In this particular episode, due to the rising water of the Bhima river in Karnataka, the bridge that was built on the river in the Deval Gangapur village in Kalburgi district has completely submerged. And due to this, people are facing a lot of problems while commuting. Here's a report. Speaking on the Union government to introduce a Waqf bill further to amend the Waqf Act of 1995, Shiv Sena of the UBT Priyanka Chaturvedi has said that all the stakeholders and the parliamentarians must be heard and amendments should be made if required. She expressed her thoughts, and I am quoting her, "The way this bill is being brought about, I would ask if it has been discussed within their alliance. Have the JDU and the TDP seen this Waqf bill and have they even given their consent? If it has not been done, then it is only important that whenever such a bill comes, all the stakeholders and the parliamentarians must be heard and amendments ought to be made if needed." Here's a report.
जिस तरीके से वो वक्फ बिल लाया गया है, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ क्या उनके अलायंस में भी इसके बारे में डिस्कशन हुआ है? क्या जेडीयू और टीडीपी इस वक्फ बिल को देख चुके हैं और क्या उन्होंने अपनी मंजूरी दी है? और अगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ है तो इट इज़ ओनली इम्पॉर्टेंट कि एक इम्पॉर्टेंट बिल आता है तो उसको सही तरीके से हर एक पार्लियामेंटेरियन हो, हर एक पक्ष हो, हर एक स्टेक होल्डर हो, उनकी सुनवाई हो और उसके आधार पे जो भी अमेंडमेंट्स करने हैं वो अमेंडमेंट्स हों।
पर इंडिया के बॉर्डर एरियाज में भी हाई अलर्ट है क्योंकि कल भी 500 लोगों ने करीब कोशिश करी थी एंट्री करने की।
उम्मीद करते हैं कि स्थिरता आएगी। मोहम्मद यूनुस जी ने भी जो आज कहा है कि ही सीज अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ टू वर्क विद इंडिया और कहीं भी अगर कोई दरार है उसको कम करने की कोशिश करेंगे, तो उम्मीद है कि एक स्थिरता आएगी, एक बैलेंस्ड गवर्नमेंट आएगी और जो भी प्रजातंत्र के उसूल हैं और जो नेबरहुड के जो एक लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग बांग्लादेश इंडिया एलाइज रहे हैं वो कंटिन्यू करेगा और जो भी प्रेशर बॉर्डर्स पे आ रहे हैं क्योंकि एक अस्थिरता का माहौल है वहाँ पर, वो भी उसमें भी कमी आएगी। जिस तरीके से वो वक्फ बिल लाया गया है, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ क्या उनके अलायंस में भी इसके बारे में डिस्कशन हुआ है? क्या जेडीयू और टीडीपी इस वक्फ बिल को देख चुके हैं और क्या उन्होंने अपनी मंजूरी दी है? और अगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ है तो इट इज़ ओनली इम्पॉर्टेंट कि एक इम्पॉर्टेंट बिल आता है तो उसको सही तरीके से हर एक पार्लियामेंटेरियन हो, हर एक पक्ष हो, हर एक स्टेक होल्डर हो, उनकी सुनवाई हो और उसके आधार पे जो भी अमेंडमेंट्स करने हैं वो अमेंडमेंट्स हों।
पर इंडिया के बॉर्डर एरियाज में भी हाई अलर्ट है क्योंकि कल भी 500 लोगों ने करीब कोशिश करी थी एंट्री करने की।
उम्मीद करते हैं कि स्थिरता आएगी। मोहम्मद यूनुस जी ने भी जो आज कहा है कि ही सीज अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ टू वर्क विद इंडिया और कहीं भी अगर कोई दरार है उसको कम करने की कोशिश करेंगे, तो उम्मीद है कि एक स्थिरता आएगी, एक बैलेंस्ड गवर्नमेंट आएगी और जो भी प्रजातंत्र के उसूल हैं और जो नेबरहुड के जो एक लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग बांग्लादेश इंडिया एलाइज रहे हैं वो कंटिन्यू करेगा और जो भी प्रेशर बॉर्डर्स पे।
Well, we've seen a lot of drama in the Lok Sabha and the parliamentarian sessions going on these days. Today, Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankar criticized Trinamool Congress MP Derek O'Brien for what he described as quote-unquote ugliest behavior during a session in the Rajya Sabha. Dhankar's remarks were in response to O'Brien's conduct, which the chairman deemed inappropriate and disruptive. This incident underscores the ongoing tensions and highlights the challenges of maintaining peace and decorum, essentially discipline, during parliamentary proceedings. Take a look.
Mr. Derek O'Brien,
मांग को लेकर
you are
हाजिर हुआ हूं।
shouting at the chair. Your conduct is ugliest in the house. Next time I will show you the door. How dare you shout at the chair? Did you see yourself? How Derek O'Brien, floor leader of TMC, shouted at the chairman? मैं कुछ समय के लिए यहाँ बैठने में अपने आप को सक्षम नहीं पा रहा हूँ। मैं दुखी मन से
Sir, this is request for establishing defense, maintenance, repair and overall MRO hub in Ambala. आज मैं आपके सामने अंबाला और आसपास के लोगों की लंबे समय
Mr. Derek O'Brien,
मांग को
you
लेकर
are
हाजिर हुआ हूं।
shouting at the chair. Your conduct is ugliest in the house. You are shouting at the chair. I condemn your action. Next time I will show you the door. How dare you shout at the chair? And senior leaders are not taking note of it. This is unbecoming conduct. I will not countenance it. Honorable members, we have seen the ugliest of scene. We saw a dark phase of our democracy during emergency. We know how it starts. It starts first.
Shifting focus to Haryana, the state suspended internet services in Sirsa following the death of Dera Chief Bahadur Chand Vakil. On Wednesday, the Nayab Singh Saini government in Haryana suspended all internet services across the entire Sirsa district until today post-midnight, following the death of their Dera Chief Bahadur Chand Vakil. Vakil was the head of Dera Jagmal Wali in Sirsa. His followers have been alleging foul play in his death, even as a different faction to set charge of the Dera. The Dera chief was cremated on Friday. The order to suspend the internet services in Sirsa, issued by the Additional Chief Secretary of Home, Anurag Rastogi, said, and I am quoting him here, "There is an apprehension of causing tension, annoyance, agitation and disturbance of public peace and tranquility, which may result in the damage of public and private property across the district." The suspension came to, quote-unquote, stop the spread of misinformation and rumors through social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, now known as X, and on mobile phones and SMS for facilitation and mobilization of mobs of agitators and demonstrators who can cause serious loss of life and damage to public and private properties by indulging in arson or vandalism and other types of violent activities. That's what the order said. The Home Secretary ordered the suspension of all mobile internet services including 2G, 3G, 5G, CDMA and GPRS, bulk SMS that includes your banking and mobile recharge, and all the dongle services provided on mobile networks except the voice calls in the jurisdiction of the district of Sirsa. Take a look.
कंपनीज अवेलेबल हैं और टोटल कुल मिला के 15 से 16 कंपनीज हमने यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय की गई हैं पूरा अच्छे से सुरक्षा प्रबंध करने के लिए, ताकि किसी भी तरीके की कोई भी सिचुएशन ऐसी उत्पन्न ना हो कि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन आए।
And that's a wrap for this Primetime Bulletin's agenda. This is Anukriti Sharma signing off. Keep watching CVR English.